This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Detroit Lions. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he returns this to the 22. They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
60 Maverick. Hustle.
Here's Hooker to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Third down, Hooker looks to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set them back on second. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Lions will take over. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Hendon Hooker, 53 yards. And the Lions are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Now for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go around. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. They're going to try and throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Throwing is Hurts. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Play action. Here's Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Well, second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. From the gun, it's Hurts. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 43 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Come on.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Hooker. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jalen Carter breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
19, Tiger, 19, 65 catch, 65 catch.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Hooker. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Hooker's going to throw it. Being chased out left. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
63.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Completes it to Watt. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? The only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles have taken the lead. The call for Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And running with power here. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Ready, break.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, and a Lion first down.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory, because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd down, Hooker. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I like watching the wide receiver screen, because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Okay, 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. Open man right side is St. Brown. Just a gain of a couple there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is, because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. Well, he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. With
finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Jalen Carter working his way back behind the line of scrimmage and dropping him for a loss.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
From the gun, it's Hooker.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but never before he reaches the 8-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
Nice tackle, nice play by Kevin Byard.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16th. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Hurts.
This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get to him right away at the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double and triple and do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple. On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll go again with Hall. Muscling free near the 40. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. A give running right is Hall. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll find Hall. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense put pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
And quickly they get to the line.
They'll run with Hall.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Flush to his right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for it?
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Breece Hall
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Eagles have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each.
It got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Here's Hooker.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Just keeping the play alive. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension to the game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 9.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Buying time to his left. He's got it to Williams. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll go for it. Hooker.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here's Hall again.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This one out quickly to Watkins. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And this could be the defining moment of their season. All hyperbole aside, you're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Hooker now on 2nd down. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
Sheds off the tackle.
He may go.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Lions use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this certainly a key moment in this game, trailing by 3, fourth quarter with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Ball again. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Give to Hall running right. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Here's second down. Throwing is Hurts.
And what a big play, because now you're guaranteed at least a shot at extending this one. He had the 40-yard line picked out as his bare minimum to give them some kind of a game-tying attempt, and he got there. Excellent determination on that scramble, and it might just help them snatch away a victory.
They'll run with Hall. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
A handoff for Hall.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
They'll come up now. This is second and long. Here's a give to Hall.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Playoff lives at stake. This is a big one. Third down.
Hall want to give up the middle. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The Lions now are going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
This is first and 10. Now Hooker.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Well, this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Throwing here is Hooker. Right side to Williams.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period against...
This has been, and now overtime will decide who goes on to play in the NFC Championship. Fair catch called for and taken, so the ball brought up to the 25 to begin this overtime session.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it after the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs. Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
There's Hall bringing in another one. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
It's Brian Branch with it.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.